Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWP practice problem 11.1. So the first thing we'll do is set the units to IPS. So we'll go down here, inch, pounds, seconds. And then to create the main body, it's not too bad. You just have to create this basic shape and extrude it 0.5. Then we'll work in the fillets, and then the 4 chamfers, and then we'll use the hole wizard, which is the main point of this practice problem, to practice the hole wizard to create these 9 holes and these 2 holes over here. Alright, so we'll start in the front plane. I'm going to create a center line that's 7.5 long and is coincident to the origin. And then create half of the shape, half of the basic shape here. So that then we can mirror it across this center line. So let's set up the dimensions. From here to the center line across is 3 inches. And then from here to the center line across is 4 inches. And then here to here is 3.5 inches. Looks good. So at this point I can drag this around side to side, and ultimately it doesn't really matter if it's here or here, but we'll try to match roughly what it shows in the picture. It looks like the origin is vertically aligned with the end of this fillet. So that distance, and you can sort of see it here with this line, there's like a line behind this red line here, and so that distance is going to be the radius of the fillet, 0.25. Because the radius of the fillet goes here and then goes here. So if we look at that horizontal distance from this corner right here to this line that goes through the origin, that's going to be 0.25. All right, so that's how we're going to horizontally align everything. So I'll drag this over here and then set up the horizontal distance to be 0.25. And that'll fully define where this half of the sketch is. So then we can select all this stuff, mirror entities to create the other half, and then extrude. I've got a Control E set up for extrude, and 0.5 is our extrusion distance. And so now we can go in and fillet with radius 0.25 this guy and this guy, and then chamfer with 0.2 and 45 degrees this guy, where is it, this guy, this one, and this one. Okay, great. So that's the main body. So now we can go into the hole wizard, which is right up here, and start looking around. Now it says these 9 holes, we'll focus on these 9 holes first. It says C-bore, so C-bore stands for counter bore. So counter bore. And the number 8 is the gauge. And remember we were in IPS, so these numbers will be either number and then the gauge number, or some kind of measurement in inches for the diameter of the screw. So when we go over and we're trying to select what kind of hole we're going to make, if you mouse over this, it says counter bore. So this is the counter bore one. If you look at some of the other ones, we have counter sink, which appears in some future practice problems when I was looking ahead. And so we're going to select for the standard ANSI inch. There are a whole bunch of selections here. Honestly, I don't know what 99% of these are, but I think the main choices are going to be either ANSI inch when you're in IPS and when you're dealing with gauges and diameters in inches, and then ANSI metric, you'll have options like M and then a number, which is the diameter in millimeters. So we will go to ANSI inch. And then the type of the screw or the type of the hole is going to be, if we look over here, socket head cap screw. Socket head cap screw. So socket head cap screw, there it is right there. The size is 8, number 8. And then for the fit, I'm just leaving this as normal. I'm guessing that's what they're assuming. You can, I guess, have a close fit or a loose fit. This one's kind of in between. And we'll just leave all the other options as they are. So that's the type of the holes. And then you move over to the position tab to start locating where the holes are going to be. So it says for the hole positions, you can select the face for the hole or a slot position. So we want to put the holes on this face. So we'll select that face. And then it turns into like a sketch sort of environment where if you select the point, that's going to be the point at which it makes one of the holes. Now, if we look, these holes along here are aligned along the origin. So I'm going to start with this hole and then use a linear pattern to then create these holes, and then another linear pattern to create these other holes down here. So let me go in and put the hole right here, make sure that it is horizontal to the origin, and the distance away from the origin is 0.75. Okay, so that fully defines where that hole is going to be made. So then if we click on that hole and use linear sketch pattern, in the X direction the spacing is 1. We can dimension the X spacing, and we want 3 of them in the X direction, 1, 2, 3. In the Y direction we want 2 of them. We want to go this one and the one above, and then we'll dimension, and also this is going to be 1.25 apart. So that'll create those 3 up there as well. And we'll go ahead and dimension the angle as well, try to lock everything into place. So if we click check, we're fully defined still because everything has been locked into place. And now we've got 6 of those holes. So if we go back into this one, select it, and do another linear sketch pattern with, again, x-axis 1 and 3, and then the y-axis will be, we want 2 of them, and they're 1.25 apart. And we want to switch the directions. Now we get the ones that are down here. Then we can click the check, and now we've got these 3 down here as well. And I think I maybe forgot to lock some things down into place, but that's okay. They're in the right place as long as we don't start moving them around. All right, so now we can hit the green check, and it automatically makes all those holes. This is super nice when you use it for the first time. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. There we go. Those are the 9 holes. Let's work on these other holes over here. So we'll go back into Hole Wizard, and we're going to use the same basic type but just a different size. These are socket head cap screw, but number 10. And then we'll go to position, select the face. We'll go ahead and put one of them here. And then you can do things like create a center line, just like you could with a normal sketch. Create a center line that we can then mirror this one about, and also create the dimensions. So if you look at the dimensions here, it's going to be 1.625 from this hole to the mirrored version of the hole, and then 2 from the left side. So let's set up those dimensions. We'll go the distance across is going to be 1.625, and the distance from the left side is 2. Okay, so that fully defines that position there. So now we can click on this point, control click on the center point and mirror entities. That'll mirror it to the other side. So now we've got these 2. We can click the green check, and we're all set. Let's check our volume. We've got 12.72 cubic inches. And if we look at the answer, it's 12.7 cubic inches. So at least rounded to the 10th, we got exactly this volume. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and keep studying.